Hello and welcome to UWS News. I'm Alexander Cruikshanks. It's the 3rd of October and we have the top news stories across the country for you today. First of all, in local news, Storm Amy brings heavy rain and strong winds through much of Scotland. Northern England as well will be affected, and the Met Office has issued an amber warning and says it will cause a danger to life. In international news, 4 Scots are among hundreds of activists detained by Israeli forces after the interception of an aid flotilla bound for Gaza. Jim Hickey, Margaret Passetta, Yvonne Ridley and Sid Khan were named by MSPs in the Scottish Parliament. And in sports news, Rangers, Celtic and Aberdeen all lost in European action last night, capping off a pretty dismal week for the Scots. Here's what the people of UWS had to say.
Well, it's not been the first time, is it? They've not been, apart from Rangers, nobody's really done anything in Europe for the past few years. I think Aberdeen and Rangers were probably expected to draw or lose. It's just maybe Celtic losing at home is maybe a bit more of a surprise.
Celtic just not at the level they were even last year. Rangers really just defensive deficiencies showing up again.
The lack of Champions League football, which is where Celtic and their fans ultimately wanted to be and where they probably should have been, and that was the first step of regression and disappointment for them in Europe this season, and unfortunately it's carried into the opening 2 games.
It's obviously detrimental to Scottish football, I believe, because especially when you compare back to teams of the past like Aberdeen and Celtic who've conquered in Europe, and Scotland as a platform in general in Scottish football, we try and make a better name for ourselves. So I do believe that the passion that we see on the pitch, the passion we see in the stands, doesn't always relate to the pitch.
This has been Alexander Cruikshanks, UWS News, Ayr.